There are many within the Christian community that have differing views on what happens to somebody after they die. Many believe that we stand before God and are judged immediately upon death. If you're a Bible-believing Christian like I am, you will know that this is not the case. I believe that upon death, we go into a state of rest and wait for the day our Lord returns, where we will receive incorruptible bodies. But just don't take my word for it. Read and understand the Bible verses that I provide in this video. Before we tackle this question, we must understand what it means to be a living being to begin with. Man was simply an organism created from the dust of the earth and didn't become a living being until God's breath of life entered into the nostrils, animating the body and becoming alive. The Hebrew word for God's breath of life is ruach, which means wind, breath, or spirit. When this breath of life enters into the body, the lifeless organism becomes a soul. The Hebrew word for soul is nephesh. Both humans and animals are described as having nephesh, a soul. A soul, according to the Bible, is simply that, a living, breathing being. It's not something that hovers above you or is inside of you. When a living being dies, the breath of life returns back to God, and the body returns to the dust of the earth where it was created from. Whether we go into the grave or are cremated matters not. When we are in this state, we simply are put to rest and await our Lord to resurrect us on His return during Judgment Day. So what about all the verses talking about hell and the afterlife? It's always important to go back sometimes to the original translations when talking about these subjects. The word hell is mentioned many times over in the Bible and typically having 3 different meanings. When reading the Old Testament, the original Hebrew word for the word hell is Sheol, which simply means the grave or pit. This is not a literal place of fire and torment. The other 2 references to hell refer to a place outside of Jerusalem that Jesus spoke of, known as Gehenna, the other place being Tartarus, where the angels who rebelled against God are bound until Judgment Day. But that is for another video. Okay, so as a Christian though, you're probably thinking, fine, you have shown what the belief was in the days of the Old Testament, but what does the New Testament have to say concerning the state of dead? Please consider reading through all the Bible verses. In conclusion, I think the Bible speaks for itself concerning the state of dead. Upon death, we go into the grave to sleep and await our Lord to return to judge all on Judgment Day. Thank you for watching.